This is the 2024 Subaru BRZ TS, which is the 2024 BRZ's top trim level and brings a revamped suspension, better brakes, stickier tires, new 18-inch wheels, and appropriate branding. But what do these upgrades add to the driving experience? Well, today we're going to find out. So the first generation FRS BRZ twins were lauded as the perfect sports car, but that really only applied on the track. On the road, they were drastically underpowered. You had to rev the nuts off it to get it to go anywhere. In the second generation version, that problem was solved by giving the car more power and also an improved interior. So that second gen had a pretty major problem in that its brakes weren't very good. They just were insufficient for the job in hand, and they tended to overheat during spirited driving. So Subaru has solved those problems with this TS model. It's the highest priced model you can get. We'll get into pricing in a second. The TS stands for Tuned by STI, and it has some modifications that I really like. So first off, you get these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S summer tires. They're on those 18-inch wheels that I mentioned earlier. They're 215/45s all around. Next up, you get these 4-piston Brembo brakes up front, yes, painted in gold. 2 pistons at the rear, also painted in gold. You also get suspension modifications, STI-tuned Hitachi dampers. At the front, they are variable stage. At the back, they are single stage valves. So at the front, it gets a TS-specific grille with a little logo right here, BRZ TS. It also gets BRZ in red lettering in the corner of the headlights. As well as shiny black paint on the mirror housings, on the roof antenna. The other way to tell that you're driving a TS model is you get an STI badged engine start-stop button. So at the back you get BRZ TS badging, a ducktail spoiler, and a really nice set of dual exhaust outlets. So if you're a golfer, you're going to be quite disappointed because there's only 6.9 cubic feet of space. And under here there's a bit of an additional space because there is no spare wheel. So under the hood you get Subaru's 2.0 double overhead camshaft Boxer 4. It's got 228 horsepower, 180 foot-pounds of torque, so no change there. Driven through a 6-speed manual only on this car, yes. 0 to 60 takes around 5.8 seconds and expect around 27 miles to the gallon on the highway. So this new TS model, how much is it? Well, it's $35,545. It's about $5,000 more than the base model. The back seat is quite small. You might get some small children in there, but there is absolutely no leg room whatsoever. So in the front, you get these TS specific seats, all black upholstery with these blue little lines down the middle of them. The gear shifter gets a little bit of leather. You get leather on the handbrake, a real handbrake, and then a leather wrapped steering wheel. And then a few little bits of Alcantara on the door trim. So the infotainment screen is quite small. It's really easy to use. And the good news is below it, you got physical controls with this cool sort of digital readout. And then below that, you've got some more HVAC controls, mode for your direction of airflow, and also sync as well. 6-speed stick with a little collar to go into reverse. Got traction control off and then traction control off track for real fun. And then here you get 2 cup holders. I got to use it for my phone. There's no Wi-Fi charger, and then you've got some power, USBs, etc. right there. Directly ahead of the driver, you get the speed in the middle with your tachometer, fuel gauge, and 21.8 miles to the gallon. That's not bad for me. You got 220 miles of range left to go. All right, what we've been waiting for is to actually drive it. That's what we're gonna do right now, using my right arm and my left leg to control everything. So let's get going. clutch take-up isn't too bad. Yeah, clutch combo's nice. Makes that typical Subaru boxer noise. Oh, God, it's good on these turns. Stays planted. And then the steering, which was awesome in the upgraded model, is really good. Staying in third gear here, take advantage of the revs. It's also going downhill, so this is a good chance to really see how those Brembos are working. We'll work them hard along here, and let's see if there's any problems with them. Hard right, second gear. Such fun. Oh, hang on. Seats are good. They're holding me in pretty well. Hard on the brakes here. You can feel the rear end just shimmying just a little bit, but God, you can feel everything that this car does. It's an absolute joy to drive. Now, does it need more power? Not on this road, but on probably less twisty roads, it probably would require more power. A little wet there on the road. It's awesome on these little roads here. Hard right, second gear. Oh, this is a sweet little car. It was the last time I drove it. I drove the automatic one first, then I drove the manual one. Absolutely loved it, except for the fact that the brakes were overheating. So annoying. A few things are kind of flying around. I had to put my water bottle here because it was bouncing around here. Little dip there. For this little section, I can stay in third gear. So much fun. Now the change is a little notchy, but the clutch is pretty good. It took me a little bit to get the seat in the right position, but I think this is it. 20-mile-an-hour corner here. We took it at 40. This is so good. Oh, this car is good. Absolutely no hint of the tail coming out, but then Subaru has the dampers Slightly softer than the GR86 on this car. Quick down change into second. Oh, it's such a technical road. Back into second, a little bit of a shimmy there. Stepped on the brakes a little bit too hard. But this car loves revs. The exhaust sounds okay. Absolutely ring it out. Ah, this thing is incredible. Into a tight left turn here. All right. We'll head for another twisty bit where this car will excel. So what do we think? Well, the TS version of the BRZ, the top trim, is an absolute hoot to drive thanks to the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, upgraded Brembo brakes with bigger rotors, and the upgraded suspension. I think it's great for under $36,000. Anyway, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video. Out.